Now at 8 o'clock on WKYT this morning, Interstate 75 is back open after Lexington police shut it down to investigate a deadly crash. WKYT's Mike Byer will have more details on the story coming up.
Also, we're learning 2 kids are in critical condition in Las Vegas after they were hit by a car. We'll have those details ahead.
Plus, a Louisville police officer is in the hospital this morning after a suspect he was chasing shot him. That story and more ahead on WKYT this morning.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
We're starting with breaking news out of Orlando, Florida this morning. It's a shooting and hostage situation at a Florida nightclub which describes itself as, quote, Orlando's hottest gay bar. Police say approximately 20 people have been killed inside that Florida nightclub called Pulse, and at least 42 are wounded. An FBI spokesman says the mass shooting is being investigated as an act of terrorism.
Yeah, he says authorities are looking into whether this was an act of domestic or international terrorism and if the shooter was a lone wolf. The chief says the shooter was armed with an assault-type rifle, a handgun, and some type of suspicious device. And of course, we'll keep you up to date on this story throughout the morning here on WKYT. Good morning. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
Good morning. I'm Meredith Jones. We do have to know that police have confirmed that that gunman is dead. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on over and check with the weather as you're waking up on this Sunday morning, what you can expect outside from Mike Linden.
Well, much like yesterday, today is going to be another hot day. The key, though, will be the added moisture returning to the air that will make things feel a little bit hotter out there for you into the afternoon. Right now, the lower 70s, and we have seen these temperatures slowly climbing. This is warmer than where we were yesterday at this time, and it doesn't look like any cloud cover is going to get in the way of that sunshine, at least for the first half of our day. We could still potentially see some thunderstorms popping up thanks to a weak cold front diving in from the north, but that hot, humid air continues to dominate, and it will continue to be the theme of our upcoming work week, because today, much like yesterday, we're looking at the return of the 90-degree temperatures, but the key again will be the humidity, because once we tack that on, it's going to feel that much hotter. Coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll break down what you should feel like into the afternoon and what thermometers will indicate, but again, what it's going to feel more like this afternoon.
Thanks so much, Mike. New and developing this morning, Interstate 75 is back open after a deadly crash shut down a stretch of the interstate here in Lexington.
We know that one person is dead and another person is injured, but police have not released all of the details. WKYT's Mike Byer is live in Lexington this morning with the latest. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Meredith. As you just said, one person is dead after another serious accident happens on the northbound lanes of I-75 involving multiple cars. Now we're told that the accident happened around 10:30 last night. We're told that it happened around the mile marker 102. This caused the northbound lanes to be backed up for miles as the interstate was shut down for nearly 5 hours. Police say 3 vehicles were involved, including a pickup truck. The Fayette County coroner tells us the driver of the pickup, 60-year-old Robert Wayne Scott of London, died at the scene. Another person was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. At this time, we haven't received any details on the cause of the accident. Now, police say their crash reconstruction unit just finished up not too long ago, so more details about the accident, how it happened, should be released to us soon. Once we do, we'll be sure to update you online, on air, and through our mobile news app. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Thank you, Mike. Lexington police are also trying to figure out what caused a motorcyclist to lose control on the interstate. Police say the driver of the motorcycle crashed into a boat that a truck was hauling down I-75. The Fayette County coroner says Nicole McGowan died from her injuries. And in Madison County, state police say a crash injured 6 people. Troopers aren't sure what led up to the crash on I-75, but they do know it involved 3 cars. We're told 2 of the cars flipped and went off the road. Troopers say everyone involved is expected to be okay.
A 22-year-old Kentucky man is dead after 2 vehicles hit him near a music festival in Tennessee. Troopers with the Tennessee Highway Patrol say Casey Young was in the median of Interstate 24 and ran into the eastbound lanes. Now, investigators believe he ran into the side of a tractor trailer, fell, and that's when another car hit him. He died at the scene. Investigators say Young was attending the Bonnaroo Music Festival. They believe he was under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Also new this morning on WKYT, Las Vegas police say 5 pedestrians were hurt in a hit and run. Police say 3 of those injured are children, and 2 of them are in critical condition at a hospital this morning. Police say the car was fleeing the scene of an earlier accident when the driver hit the pedestrians. Officers found the suspect less than 2 miles away and took the driver into custody.
A Louisville police officer was in the hospital this morning after he was shot in the chest while chasing a suspect. Louisville's police chief says Officer Kyle Carroll is at the University Hospital. At last check, they say he was in stable condition. Carroll was shot just after 11 last night near 23rd and Magazine Streets. The chief says he started chasing the suspect after he attempted to hide his identity. Police have identified the suspect as 22-year-old Waquan Crowley. They say he is armed and dangerous. The police chief says his officers are coming together today to show their support for Carroll and his family.
A trial date is now set for a police officer in Shelby County accused of stealing from his own department. Simpsonville police officer Terry Putnam is facing several charges, including theft and evidence tampering. Police say Putnam stole about $30,000 in cash, drugs, and handguns from evidence lockers last year. A judge set his trial for January 17, 2017. Here in Lexington, crews are investigating a fire that damaged the outside of a home. The fire started on the outside of a home on Milano Road. Now we're told the fire didn't get into the house and no one was injured. We still do not know what caused that fire this morning.
A new airline's coming to the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport this summer. So that should be pretty exciting. Well, One Jet, an upstart company, will launch its service from the airport August 15th. You can start buying tickets July 18th. The airline will only serve Pittsburgh to start, and flights will arrive at CVG mid-morning and leave for Pittsburgh in the afternoon. Well, there's a few events going on today that you and your family can enjoy, like it'll be a grand afternoon for singing. Now you can catch the UK Opera Theater show this afternoon at 2 at the Singletary Center for the Arts. Ticket prices range from $15 to $45. You can call the number you see here on your screen, or you can go to the website there to buy tickets.
Or you can check out the Bluegrass Music Festival. It's today at the Kentucky Horse Park Campground. It's the last day of the festival, and you can catch a few gospel groups this morning. The first act starts at 10. Tickets for today are $10, and kids 12 and under are free. So if you're missing basketball here in Kentucky, you can watch some of the best players from the state play today in Louisville. It's the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star Classic that features the best high school players from both states. The girls play today at 1 in Knights Hall at Bellarmine University. The boys play at 3. Tickets are $15. WKYT This Morning is just getting started.
That's right. Still ahead, more turmoil for the Donald Trump campaign. We'll take a look at who the presumptive GOP nominee is going after now, plus the latest details on the campaign.
And some seniors are still graduating around the country. We'll take a look at one Nevada senior's special day. He shared it with his four-legged friend. That story coming up after Mike's forecast.
Another steamy and hot day in the forecast for us, but it's going to feel even warmer than where we were yesterday. Coming up, I'll take you into the afternoon and show you what the heat index readings are. Once again, looks like another summer day here in the late spring.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Mike Linden.
Getting started here on Sunday morning, once again looking quite nice for you. A lot of sunshine, but the key will be the humidity as we head into our afternoon. A little hazy along the horizon in some spots this morning. You really can look anywhere on any of these tower cameras, whether it be Jefferson County, Breathitt County, Fayette County. It is muggy as we get our morning started, and that is going to prove to be the major factor heading into the afternoon as to why it feels a little different from a very similar looking day like yesterday. The Defender Radar Network just not finding anything out there this morning. Not much cloud cover nor any rain. Things are looking pretty good for you. If we look to the northwest, though, a weak cold front is going to try to work its way into the bluegrass later this evening and into Monday. That will bring us not only a chance at some active weather, but it should help to take care of that humidity just a little bit. But the key and the theme of the day will be that hot and humid air still streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Temperatures right now in the mid to low 70s. Once again, as we get our morning started, things are feeling quite warm. Very similar to yesterday, mind you, but even a couple of degrees with the added humidity is going to make things feel that much more uncomfortable. Now, by 9 o'clock, most temperatures are going to feel more like the lower 80s out there. That's going to prove to be key moving forward here, because watch this. Into the afternoon, daytime highs should only reach about 90 or so degrees. You add the humidity into things, and that's when it feels that much more uncomfortable. Feeling like 95 in Lexington, 97 in Frankfort, Fort Knox, 98 in Louisville. So that humidity, even though temperatures will run right around where we were yesterday, it's going to feel that much hotter. Bear in mind, the record high temperature for Lexington today, 95 degrees. So that's what it's going to feel like with that humidity. Not so much tomorrow, though. That cold front from the north is going to work to take care of that humidity a little bit, and that should make things feel a little more comfortable for most of central Kentucky. But look to the west. Still 95 in Owensboro, 94 in Bowling Green. That just shows you that this cold front is pretty weak. It's not essentially going to wipe the slate clean for us. It's really just going to split most of the bluegrass as it sinks its way south close to the Knoxville area. But that is at least going to give us some relief to our temperatures. Most spots falling out of that 90-degree range. The humidity going to dry out just a little bit, but for the most part, the mid to low 80s for temperatures tomorrow. But you look just to the west of that cold front, and you really wouldn't believe it. 95 in Owensboro, 95 for Bowling Green. We'll be pretty much right back to that mark as we head into Tuesday. So a brief break tomorrow. And for the most part, today is looking good. Storms are possible into the second half of our day. If we have a saturated atmosphere, all it takes is a little bit of instability for thunderstorms to pop up. And that is the case later this afternoon. So maybe not the picturesque pool day that we had yesterday, where you could pretty much stay in the pool all day. The afternoon is just a little sketchy with the chance for some thunderstorms, but it looks like a good morning or early afternoon to jump in the pool, especially with how humid it will be.
All right.
So get out early.
Get out early, that's right. Again, a small chance for thunderstorms, and doesn't have the look of a widespread event, but just your typical run-of-the-mill late spring, early summer thunderstorms.
Well, if you need to mow the lawn, get it done sooner rather than later,
That is
I think that was a
right. Did that yesterday,
Oh, good
so
for you.
out of the way.
Good
Okay,
job.
thanks, Mike.
Well, this is a cute story. One Nevada senior got to graduate and get his diploma alongside his best friend.
Yes, he did. It's a great story. Benjamin Sharp took the stage with his trusty sidekick, Edge. Now, Ben has cerebral palsy, and Edge helps him with daily tasks like turning the lights on and off and even pulling Ben through crowds. Ben says he would be a mess without his dog, but he's looking forward to learning how to drive, heading off to college, and hopefully one day becoming an actor. So great story there, and Edge, his trusty sidekick.
Nothing's going to stop him. That's good to see. All right, well, it's 8:15 when WKYT returns this morning.
Presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is going after people in the Democratic Party and also his own party. We're on the campaign trail with more on this coming back when we come back.
And Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $293 million, and Wednesday night's jackpot Powerball is $153 million.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. Your time is 8:18. Now, here's an update on breaking news that we have out of Orlando, Florida.
Police say approximately 20 people have been killed inside a Florida nightclub, which describes itself as, quote, Orlando's hottest gay bar. We're also told at least 42 people are wounded. An FBI spokesperson says the mass shooting is being investigated as an act of terrorism. Police also say that the gunman is dead. You can stay with WKYT as we continue to follow this story throughout the morning on air and online.
Now, that shooting isn't too far away from where another Florida shooting occurred yesterday that killed a singer. Florida police say the gunman who shot and killed singer Christina Grimmie after a concert specifically targeted her. Police say the suspected gunman was 27-year-old Kevin Lobel. They say he drove to the venue from another city in Florida and was heavily armed. Police say he shot himself after shooting Grimmie. They're now searching his home to try and figure out why he did it. Now, Donald Trump went after Democrats and Republicans on the campaign trail in Florida and Pennsylvania.
Yes, he attacked leaders of his own party who refused to support his run for the White House. Brian Webb has the latest on the campaign trail.
I am the least racist person that you've ever met, believe me.
Donald Trump defended himself while taking shots at his own party, including former candidate Mitt Romney, who accused Trump of trickle-down racism.
He choked like a dog, he choked. And now it's time for somebody else.
Trump also went after his usual suspects on Saturday during stops in Florida and Pennsylvania. In Tampa, he hit President Obama and Hillary Clinton in the same sentence.
We have no leadership. We have a president that's, as far as I'm concerned, he's incompetent. And now he's going to be campaigning for crooked Hillary Clinton.
Clinton took the day off after a big week, grabbing the Democratic nomination, getting the president's endorsement, and going after Trump on women's health.
We have to ask ourselves, and you have to ask everyone you come in contact with, do we want to put our health, our lives, our futures in Donald Trump's hands?
Clinton met with Massachusetts Senator and Trump attack dog Elizabeth Warren this week, adding to speculation that she's being considered as a possible running mate. Brian Webb for CBS News, New York.
The time is 8:21. There's still more to come on WKYT this morning.
We'll have your sports. That's next.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. We're back at it again with temperatures in the mid to low 70s, warmer than where we were at this time yesterday morning, and it's going to feel even hotter as we head into the second half of our day. Still got a ways to go, almost 20 additional degrees on top of what we're finding this morning. Louisville leading the charge at 78 degrees as we get our morning started. And if we look at the Defender Radar Network, you're not going to have any rain nor cloud cover getting in the way, at least through the first half of your day. A chance at some active weather into the second half as a weak cold front tries to dive in from the north. That will not only nix the humidity a little bit into Monday, but potentially bring us a chance at some rain showers and thunderstorms into the second half of this afternoon. Regardless, though, hot, humid air continues to dominate the forecast, and that will continue to be the case even into the middle of our work week. Daytime highs getting back into the low 90s out there, but with that humidity, it should feel like the mid-90s this afternoon. Your best chance for active weather looks to be later in the day once we pretty much hit those highs at around 4 or 5 o'clock with a chance for some pop-up thunderstorms. Lee K. Howard is back in next with sports.
What was expected became official last night. Marcus Lee is transferring to the University of California, according to a report by John Rothstein of CBS Sports and Evan Daniels of Scout.com. Lee is joining the Golden Bears after playing 3 seasons at Kentucky, where he averaged 3.9 points and 3.6 rebounds per game. He will have to sit out next season due to transfer rules. 1 year ago, the Kentucky women's track and field team made history by finishing second nationally at the NCAA's in Eugene, Oregon. Last night, the UK ladies had 6 scoring opportunities on the final day of the meet. The highlights, though, coming in the 100-meter hurdles. Kentucky freshman Jasmine Camacho Quinn, there in lane 5, right in the middle of your screen. She outstretches her stride and moves ahead of the field to win the NCAA national title in a time of 12.54 seconds. She's the first collegiate freshman to ever win the gold in that event.
It's great motivation. I mean, it's great competition, you know. I knew what I was going against, so I had to give all I had.
Well, the 2016 Belmont Stakes lacked the anticipation and the pizzazz of the past few years. No American Pharoah or even California Chrome vying for the Triple Crown. The Derby winner Nyquist not even running in this year's third leg on Saturday. Still a talented field of 13 going to the post. Preakness winner Exaggerator, the morning line favorite, would pick up the race as they turn for home.
And they're into the stretch, and Destin has taken the lead in the Belmont Stakes. Stradivari is there. Governor Malibu couldn't get through on the inside. He is in traffic. Exaggerator. Here comes Lonnie on the far outside, and Creator is coming too. It is Destin in front. Creator, Lonnie on the outside. Destin and Creator. These two come down to the line together. Too close to goal. It was Creator and Destin right on the wire.
wins by a nose over Destin for trainer Steve Asmussen, paying out 34-80, 14-60, and 9-40. Preakness winner Exaggerator wound up 11th. That's a look at your morning sports. Have a great day.